second episode of the Armory 33 podcast. I'm your host, Quinn, and today I'm joined by a very special guest, Mr. Brian. Brian, how are you doing today, bud?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. This is fun. Got a lot of stuff to talk about with you about all the topics. It's gonna be awkward here.
Today's going to be a good show. I have a feeling. We have some good topics to talk about that are very near and dear to both of our hearts, and I think it's going to be a great conversation. So let's jump in. So, what have you been up to?
Not too much. I mean, we have Jordana Adams, so working at our shops. We have two of them, and hanging out with the family. Really, we have a fresh baby of 5 months, so that's been a fun time.
I have yet to meet him. Where is he? I have not met him yet.
Anytime you're in Lewisburg, he's always in Milton.
I know. That's the problem. And you were supposed to bring one of the two.
I should have brought one today, but a wrestling match got a hold of him.
That's fine. That's fine. It's part of being a dad and, making those tough choices.
Yeah.
Do I take my kid with me, or do I leave him with his mother and pray for forgiveness?
Or sometimes it's a little kick in the gut because you're like, I'm gonna hang out with my buddy, and then he chooses to do something else, and you're like,
oh, he's starting to heartbreak young already.
5 years old, man. Ooh. He does it.
Hey, mine is almost a year old.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's to the point where she knows who she wants to have hold her, and if Dad picks her up and she wants Mom, Dad's getting headbutted, kicked, scratched, clawed, anything a little girl knows how to do, she is doing to get to Mom.
Yep. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about the collateral damage that comes with trying to hold your kid.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I'll give it to my wife, and I know your wife, is what they went through during childbirth and the 9 months leading up to that. We can't really compare that pain or anything. No. So, you know what? I'll take the dirty diapers. I'll take the late nights, the not being able to get to sleep right away. I mean, I love my sleep, but who really needs more than 5 hours of sleep at night?
That's true. And that's like the fact that we can't, like, they go through 9 months of like physical change, emotional change, and like we're there. Now I want to say,
be careful what you say.
This is a hot. This is a hot take. A hot take.
Hot take. But I know. Did your wife listen to this? Did she listen to episode 1?
She is gonna listen to this.
She's gonna listen to this one. Okay.
But I will say,
I have a couch if you need it. I have a couch if you need it, bud.
I would say, don't ever say that you do more work.
Oh no.
Than your wife or your lady.
I'll be the first person to admit that my wife does 60%. No, I'm not even say that. I'm gonna say she does 80% of everything.
Yes. I like and like you said, like taking the diapers out, trying to stay out, like they're exhausted. So my wife's breastfeeding, so like she's usually attached to a kid.
Yeah.
It's just, but anyway, I made the mistake of saying to my wife during our first pregnancy that I did about 50% of the work. Oh, if you could see Quinn's face,
you never
don't ever take that much
partial credit. You say, yes, babe, what can I help you with? Or, yes, babe, I will cook dinner, I will fold laundry.
Yes.
What a hot take, and I know a lot of people that are parents are going to agree with us on this. You get excited when you know the next load of laundry is only 8 bath towels and not a week's worth of baby's clothes.
For me, it's just
because I hate trying to fold onesies.
They're the worst.
Especially ones that have snaps all the way around, up through both sides of the legs and down.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Buy zippers, please.
They don't even fold properly.
They do not.
Like you're folding socks at that point.
Yeah. So basically, you have to fold the legs up to like where it comes into like one piece again, like mid waist. Then you fold the arms in, and then you fold it in half.
Right.
And if you're like, my wife should be like, you folded that wrong. Just leave me alone. I will do it. I'm like, I'm just trying to help. She's like, go change a diaper. And then I pick the baby up and I'm like, I don't want to change this diaper.
Bad.
I had one the other day where the poop kept flowing.
Oh.
So,
like, are you talking about like legs lifted?
Legs lifted, wiped already, took the diaper away, had the fresh diaper underneath, and
just kept going.
it just yeah.
Wow. I will say I've never
Yeah.
had one of those. Not yet.
And she's on
I
like
don't want it.
she's on like stage 3 of baby food, so it's like more consistent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Which we have an app for our daycare when they'll like update her every time that like she eats or like goes to the bathroom, and it's like an inside joke where we go, huh? We'll text each other, huh? She pooped twice at daycare. Bet she won't do it tonight. But then it was like times where she'll hit like 3 times in like one day. I'm like, I don't go that often in a week.
Right.
I'm doing it 3 times in one day.
Right.
Is my diet messed up? Probably. But
Maybe.
that's a different story altogether.
Would you have thought like kind of 5 years ago that you'd be talking about your kid pooping?
No.
And then like matching to like how many times you poop. Like
yeah, no.
I forgot Freddie. Freddie does like once or twice a day. All right, I'm like, to me that's a little excessive. Like,
I mean, right now I'm getting over whatever's going through my system right now. You can tell in my voice that I'm not 100%, but I'm in the clear. I just not 100% back. I like the way my voice sounds now. I don't like the way it usually sounds.
Well, it sounds velvety and
Thank
smooth
you.
and sexy.
This is my natural
Sorry,
radio
Sydney.
voice.
But yeah, it's just kind of crazy when you become a dad. There's just things that you don't think about talking.
Oh
about.
yeah,
like
it's almost like you're normalizing the conversation, talking about like, oh, did the baby poop today?
Right.
Did she take her food well? Did she take her bottle? Did she take a nap? My kid right now she's learning. Naps are great.
Yeah, I regret not napping.
I know, right? Those ages of like 4 to 8 when your mom tells you to go take a nap.
You take it.
You're like, no, I'm not taking a nap. You can't make me. Mom, I want to go back and apologize. Yeah. I want my naps so bad. I want my naps back so bad right now.
Bad. Yeah.
I don't think people understand how important it is for dads and moms, and sometimes grandparents.
Oh, for sure.
To just
for sure.
Nap.
Yeah.
Aunts and uncles, they don't need it.
No.
They don't need it. Moms, dads, grandparents, y'all need your naps. Take your naps.
Especially when you're working with like us at the shop. It's grandparents and parents working together. We have kids around us.
I love when I walk into the shop when you hear Freddie's voice before you even get through the door.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, Freddie's here. We're going to have a good day today. I come to get one t-shirt for my wife because I love her and I like to buy her things when I'm not supposed to. Because, I take care of my lady when she's home doing cooking, cleaning.
Show her some love.
If I can get out and do some chores and escape for a little bit, it's great. But then I'll come for one shirt and I'll end up hanging decorations.
Oh, yeah.
I'll end up hanging decorations.
Valentine decorations.
I'm not going to take credit for that or anything. But
by the way, the L is floppy.
It's not.
It died. It deflated. it's dying.
I had no part. I just said, yeah,
we just hung
good.
it up.
I held the ladder.
Yeah.
I held the ladder.
You helped me.
I get the participation trophy for that today.
What would be so far, like if you could name something, what's your favorite part about being a dad?
I'm going to say when you're putting in like the 10, 12-hour days and you come home and you walk through the door and that little face just lights up with a smile and she gets excited and then you pick her up and she puts her little head on your shoulder and she'll take her little arms and just put them on like your side, like she'll just stretch them out and be like, and just like pat. That right there is don't talk to me. I'm done. I am going to be a dad. Don't talk to me. This is my time. If you need me, don't call me unless somebody's dying.
Right.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I do not care.
No,
when I'm holding her and her head is down, nothing else matters.
Yeah, that embrace is great. Especially when you're coming from like a stressful day. And like now Freddie's 5, he has a lot of energy. So like sometimes you come off and like you're tired and you want to like, Dad, let's go outside or something. I'm just like, all right, let me hold you for a little bit. just give me a breath.
But at the same time, I can't wait till my daughter's like, hey, let's go play catch.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna learn how to play catch, she's gonna play sports, and she's gonna learn how to shoot guns.
There you go.
I mean,
there you go.
I pity whoever tries to date her in the future. That kid is gonna be raised right. What would you say is the best part of being a dad right now?
Best part for me is, I mean, I would have said the whole embrace thing too, but honestly, it wanting to be with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Literally, like it could be as simple as I'm sitting on a recliner and he's over playing on the love seat, and he realizes like, oh, Dad's there, and he'll just come over and like get on your lap.
Right now we are in the learning how to stand phase.
Yeah.
So she's pulling herself up, and if I'm laying on the couch like I have been the whole past week with whatever I had going through my system, she would just pull herself up, and I would open my eyes from like a little like siesta, and I would just see her face, and I'm like, oh, terrify me for a little bit. But then like I'll pick her up and I'll put her like on my chest, and then she'll like. She'll like laugh, and then like you'll just see the drool come out of her mouth. I'm like, well, you know, it's a dad. You just take your thumb, you wipe it, you put it on your sweatpants, and you know.
They say though salivation's part of being happy.
Is it? Is that why? Is that why I always drool when I see food?
Well, that's it's probably part of it, but it's probably like a natural thing. Like, oh man, feed me.
I don't know. I see a plate of wings coming my way. I'm like,
yeah, you go to like a stupor.
Get the bibs ready.
I will say with Burton though, my favorite thing is anytime he wakes up from a nap and he sees me, he'll like sit there blank, and then he'll notice that I'm there, and he'll just like hit the widest of smiles, and so that's cool.
The best look that I get is she'll squint her eyes like she's angry, and then you'll just see this crooked little grin come across her face, and I'm like, you're mine. There's no denying that one. You're the spitting image of your father of that look, and my wife knows that's how I smile. So she'll see me do that, and she'll just go, or she'll even make the noise too. She'll go, Yeah. Those are the best. The little noises, the little coos.
Having another kid, it throws the whole, like we had Freddie for 5 years before another kid came into the family. So the ecosystem was what it was, and then you have to try to relearn the whole ecosystem with a young guy, and yeah, it might be stressful. You know, there are things that you forget. There are things that you have to juggle a little bit more, but never regret it.
Now, are there things that Burton has done that Freddie has never done, or that things that you don't remember Freddie doing? And you're like, is this new? Because I don't have I wish kids would come with a manual.
Yeah, like
somebody make a PDF.
They come out of your wife and they're the PDF hanging instead of umbilical cord. No, I'm just kidding. No,
it's like a USB drive.
Yeah,
plug it into play.
But
we're gonna catch a lot of flack from our wives for this episode.
Oh, that's fine. She'll laugh. I hope. Don't kill me. I love you, Sydney. The thing that Burton does that Freddie never did. Burton's a happy baby. Freddie hated everyone except for Sydney.
Which is weird because he loves me now.
Yeah, his approach to people, like he loves people. He's very outgoing in the store, and he'll like welcome people all the time. But when he was a baby, he cried all the time unless he was with mom. Burton, he's a happy baby up until he needs something from mom. But
here's one thing, and I know you can relate to this. The second-born child is the one that's always ready for a fight.
I feel it. Like Sydney and I talked about it, and
because I'm the second born.
Are you?
And
that's right. You had your brother on last time.
Yeah, my brother was on the last time. Yeah. We don't admit that we're related. We look nothing alike. He's calm, cool, doesn't care about anything. Yeah. And then there's me, where like I have no filter, and my wife hates that about me. Like I'll see something, and I'll be like, well, that shouldn't be the way that is. And she's like, shut up and keep moving.
Move it.
I'm like, sorry. And like, so be prepared for that. You have a firestorm coming.
Oh, 100%.
When he gets older.
We already talked, like, we're going to be leashers for him. He's gonna be the first baby that we have that's on a leash. Like that's how crazy I think.
I thought you said leech as in
like, no, leasher. No, not leasher. Like, a leasher.
That's kind of weird.
I will be that parent.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, kids kind of are leeches. I mean,
yes,
we feed them, we clothe them, we water them, we bathe them, we put them to sleep. And what do they help us with?
And we just want their love.
Yes. Sometimes we don't even get that unless your mom. Yeah. I'm just saying. Funny story, I was laying on the floor today playing with the baby, and she was standing by her toy box, and she has this little cat that if you pushed it back, the back end of it, meow, and like start like moving. She grabbed it out of the thing, goes, and dropped it on my face.
Oh.
And it was one of those things. My wife goes, "What happened?" And I just come up just holding my nose because like my eyes are watering, and I'm like, she might have broken my nose with a cat. I don't know. So that thing is heavy, but it's like those little things where like she doesn't know what she's doing. Like you can't yell at her.
No, you can't.
But like right now she's biting because she has 4 teeth.
Are they 2 front teeth?
Yeah, the top front and the bottom front.
Yeah.
She'll bite you. And I'm not gonna lie, she gets a butt spanked. She gets that one little quick turn of the wrist, and then she's like, "What was that? Did you see that?"
Yeah.
I'm like, he just touched my butt. Like
my dad just my hiney.
Yeah. Mom, did you see that? Like, you gonna do anything about that?
Yeah.
But like, where the thing is, like, you have to discipline right away. Like, you can't be like, "Well, why is she crying?" "Well, I put her down because she bit me." "Well, did you spank her?" "No, I put her down because she bit me."
No, well, and if you like in that situation, like you could put her down, but like to go back and like spank, I think it doesn't
hold any weight.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It's an empty threat. That's just be like, "Hey, don't eat a cookie before dinner. You're gonna ruin your appetite." Then you have a cookie and you ruin your appetite. You're like, "Why didn't you eat?" "Well, you told me not to have a cookie, but I had a cookie."
That's literally Fred right now. Fred, he's like, I'm telling him not to do something. He's like, "But I just did it." Like,
so he'll ask if he can do it after he had already done it.
He's done that, running on the couch or something. Like, "Yo,
don't run on the couch.
Don't run on the couch." And he'll look like a cat. Like literally, he'll look at and he'll just go. And I know you guys can't see me, but like he just like
he's making that defiant eye motion.
Yeah,
like eye
contact. I'm gonna do it
as he's doing what you just told him not to do.
Yep.
Funny story about that. I can remember when I was a baby, not really a baby, maybe a toddler, 5 or 6. I had a pencil and I had a piece of paper. I was jamming the pencil up through the paper. I don't know why I was going up. You know, it's so much easier just to go down
than up.
Okay. And my mom's like, "Stop! You're gonna." And by the time she said that, I had a pencil in my eye because I stabbed myself with a pencil.
Yikes!
And she's like, "Did you learn your lesson?" I'm like,
"Of course."
No. Came home from the hospital, just started the same exact routine over again. And she's like, "Quinn, knock it off." She's like, "Do you not know what happened?" And I think it was around Halloween time.
Yeah.
So I think I kind of like solidified my costume that year I was gonna be a pirate. Because I had the eye patch on.
Right.
It was great. Fantastic. What went through your mind when your wife said you were having a baby? The second time did it go, "Oh"?
No. First thought, like everything. So first off, everything was planned. Like we wanted to have a kid. We tried for a while, and like nothing was happening. So then we were like, well, if God wants us to have a kid, we'll have a kid at the time. And at the time, we were living with her parents, and she was like, "Fine, I'm pregnant." And I'm like, "Let's go, let's go." And then you're excited, you're like ecstatic. You're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a dad." Like my goal in life is now to not only be the best husband I could be, but be the best father to my kiddo, right? So, and then you just kind of plan everything else. Like we moved out of their place. Her sister, who had a bi-level, so like we had our own apartment underneath and everything. So that's cool. But man, I was super ecstatic. Like I wanted a kid. Now Sydney knows this, and anybody that I've talked to about kids and stuff. I didn't want kids until I was 30. Like my goal was to get married by like 28 and then have a kid like a year or two afterwards. At that point, like financial stability, all that. And then, well, I found Sydney, fell in love, had God, loved God and all that. And I was just like, you know what? I want kids now.
Yeah, we went along the same lines. You know our history. We tried for a long time. Didn't happen. Ended up having to go through IVF. That was probably the most stressful couple of weeks and months for her and I. Because we were driving back and forth to Philly every weekend for testing, procedures. Found out that, first try didn't take. Heartbreaking. We're like, it came up as a false positive test. We're like, great, this is fantastic. Like, let's go. Like, because I think you might have been with us when we got the call.
Yeah.
Because I think we were in the store talking about something. And like you guys were happy, and then like we had to come back and be like, "Hey, it didn't take. We had to go through another try," and then we got the news that our baby was like the second one took.
Yeah,
the second one took, and I think that's when I was like the first couple of weeks were like great, ecstatic, happy, and then like like 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna be a dad.
right.
I can't take care of myself, let alone another person that like I'm responsible for.
That depends on you. And
Yeah.
yeah.
But then like when we found out we were having a girl, I was a little conflicted. I was like, oh, girls, boys would be easier. But you know what? I wouldn't trade my daughter for the world, and I would do anything for my daughter. And all she has to do is just give me that look. She just has to bat those two little eyes at me, and I'm like, all right, you want a cookie? Let's go get a cookie. You want to go to the store? We'll go to the store. Like whatever she wants to do. If she says, Dad, let's go get ice cream, I'm gonna take my kid to Becky's. We're gonna go get some ice cream.
Right.
You know.
I would say if you didn't go through a period of like, oh crap, I'm a dad.
Yeah.
Or like, what are we gonna do? And that I think there at that point is where like you as a person grow as like I'm a grown up. Like I'm a real grown up now.
Yeah, like oh, I can't go out and like go to Applebee's every Friday night for like wings or half price apps, which we used to love to do.
Yeah,
and we did that up until about month 8 of pregnancy because like we had just moved into the house. We were, you know,
you had a lot of changes going on.
Everything ready at the same time,
right?
And we're like, great. And I don't think we've been to Applebee's for half price apps since the baby came, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because like 9:30 at night, I'm like, nah, I'm going to bed. I'm going to shower. I'm going to go to bed. Baby's asleep for a half hour. Great. No, I might turn the game on for a little bit, watch it. But other times, like, no, well, she wants to sleep and relax, so we're just going to stay in.
We're just staying.
Which...
that makes sense, though.
I don't like people to begin with, but I mean, I'd rather just stay home and
I think as I get older,
eat my own food instead of pay for overpriced
food.
Yeah. I can make nachos in my air fryer better than you can get them at.
You could grill a nice steak.
Oh yeah.
On your grill.
Yep, my grill is right outside in my garage. I don't care what people say. Oh, you're not supposed to cook inside. I don't care. I know what I'm doing. I have
doors open.
I do. I would like.
I'll put the garage door open.
I think it was like middle of February, this past February.
Yeah.
I was grilling with both garage doors open and like a hoodie and sweatpants because I didn't care. Yeah. I wanted like a good burger.
I wanted a nice steak.
Oh, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Are we going in?
No, we're not going in yet. Not going in yet.
I was like,
that's a tidbit.
Movie.
That's a tidbit right there.
Movie.
That's one of the next topics we have on our list for today.
That's great.
But yeah, I mean, I can do what I want at home.
Yeah.
I don't need to put pants on. If I want to walk around in shorts, I can walk around in shorts in February.
That's right.
I don't want to put pants on and have to, drive.
Driving was a headache with Burton. Actually, with Freddie and Burton, they hate their car seats. So like a lot of us a lot of time people ask us to like come over, and like we'll judge it like.
Is that why you didn't bring the kids today?
5. Burton, yes, definitely. He'd be crying all the way here. Elevate stress. But like with kids, you're juggling like is it in there like especially if they're in a sleep schedule. Like you don't want to mess that up. Feeding schedule, you don't want to mess that up.
Naps are at 10 a.m. on weekends and between 2 and 3:30.
Okay.
So I look forward to those times. By that time the first nap comes, I've already been up for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go. We're taking a nap. I'm going to lay on the couch. I'm going to put subtitles on a Marvel movie, and we're just going to lay here. She'll pick her head up once or twice, go, huh, what am I doing? Okay.
And she's out.
And then usually it's the little arm comes down on my side, the thumb's in the mouth, there's a puddle of drool on my shirt. You know what? I wouldn't change it for the world.
No.
Perfect Saturday morning.
Love it.
Especially with eggs and bacon. She loves eating eggs. She loves eggs.
Like scrambled eggs?
Yeah, scrambled eggs. Great. We can't.
I don't know.
She doesn't know the good stuff yet.
I'm like, man, she's already eating runny yolks. And I'm like, I don't know if that's healthy, but.
No. What I do get yelled at for, though, is like if we go out for like a Sunday lunch with the family or something like that. I already had ketchup, mustard, grilled onions, hot sauce, barbecue sauce, Polynesian sauce, anything possible. If I have it, she loves ranch and she loves sour cream.
Okay.
So she's already good on those, but hopefully she's not like her mother and actual eat condiments.
Oh.
And not just be like, I just want a plain hamburger with cheese and bacon. No,
Plain.
slap
Some sauce.
slap mayonnaise on those
At least.
buns.
At
Put
least.
some Worcestershire sauce when you're making your burgers. Put barbecue sauce on top of your burgers with some pepper jack cheese. Slap some fatty bacon. Don't have it crispy. I don't like crispy bacon.
No?
I like my bacon.
I don't like crispy bacon either.
I like my bacon a little bit chewy.
Me too.
A little
I'm
bit
there.
chewy.
I'm there.
I'll take mine off like a good 3 minutes before I take anybody else's off. I don't care.
I don't like it like crunchy bacon. Like I don't want to bite into it first off, then crumble it all over, but then have it all melt in your mouth right away. And it's not even like a good melt.
No,
it's like a chalk, like chalk, literally just like.
I don't know what bacon we had yesterday, but I've been into it, and I was like, I spit it out. It was so salty.
Oh man!
Like I could feel my cholesterol just skyrocketing. I'm like, this is not good for any human.
Cholesterol. We're only 31.
Speak for yourself. I turned 32 in a few months.
Well, I'm turning.
Bro, I already
31.
feel like I'm 50, so it doesn't really matter. Knee surgeries.
That's what dad life does to you, man. Dad life literally brings your life into perspective. You're not actually 30. You're actually 50. All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I teach a system. We have our living room gated off both sides. We have toys on one side.
That's a smart parent play.
A child gate on the other side. And my wife would be like, "Get on the floor and play with the baby." If I get on the floor and play with the baby,
You're not gonna.
I am down there for at least an hour before my knees will be like, "All right, we can get back up now." But like, if I'm playing on my knees with her, every time I move, my knees are like popping and my joints are just like creaking. I was like, I need 3 Advil and like a 4-hour notice before this happens, so I can mentally prepare myself.
I gotta get prepared to get on my knees.
Feel like I'm back in high school getting ready, like, I gotta stretch it out. I gotta warm up for this game.
Pulling out Advil and Tylenol.
Have my icy hot there on the side of the table. Just be like, yep, good. Slather that on.
Get that Bengay on there.
Get the ice packs ready.
BioFreeze. I use BioFreeze.
I love BioFreeze. I used to have the spray BioFreeze.
Yeah.
It was great. It was
I just tried
a little aerosol can of it.
They had a foamy one.
I don't like foamy stuff.
I thought I did, but you're right. I would just go with the.
That'd just be like the foamy hand soap.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they just took a container with a little bit of soap in it and filled it with water.
Diluted
and that's
soap.
all you get. It's just foamy.
We're gonna make it look foamy and cool, but it's actually like 10% soap, 90% water.
Even. It's like 95.5. Like, oh man, I don't want.
Well, maybe it's highly concentrated, like the stuff that if you dropped on the carpet, it's just like whoa.
Or was the stuff back in chemistry class? Like you put a little bit in, and you just like dump everything out. It's like
you have to clear the room.
You had like a 5-foot blast radius.
Yeah, you created gases.
You never knew where it was gonna explode to.
Yeah. Chemical shower. Did you ever do that?
No, I've never done that. You know why? Because I didn't want to get in trouble. Granted,
I did because I got stuff on me, but I did because I got in trouble. I was like, crap, chemicals on me.
I thought you meant
rain.
Just like run over and be like,
I'm not that brave. I wasn't that brave in school. I was like, I gotta be good.
I always pushed the limits in school.
Did you?
No matter what it was. I always pushed the limits. I only had detention one time, but a majority of my teachers were like my sports coaches.
Yeah.
So
you had some leniency.
No
leniency.
You did not get any leniency.
Also,
because they made you run at practice.
Oh, well, okay, that's fair.
I remember one time I got kicked out of my history class. A kid did something, and he knocked a book out of my hand or something, and I had a ruler in my hand, and I just like turned my wrist one time and I hit him with it. I don't even care. I don't even remember who the kid was. I just remember I just turned my wrist one time and hit him with it. And I got sent out into the hallway from a substitute. I'm like, man, that's even worse because not only did it come from a substitute, so when the regular teacher gets back the next day, you're in trouble for that one.
Yeah.
But then, like, my football coach saw me in the hallway, and he was like, "What happened?" And I told him, he goes, "All right, I had to run gassers at practice that day.
Let's go."
And it was like August, September, so it was like still hot outside.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Coach, I'm so sorry. I'm never gonna do it again."
Were you running full gear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And like, I tried to be slick about it. Like, I tried to like pop my shoulder pads off real quick, and he was like, stay." He's like, "Stay dressed." I'm like,
yikes.
Oh, I screwed up.
Did you throw up after that?
I felt like I was going to because it was one of those days. I think they had. Do you remember the lunch? We called them Italian dunkers. what they looked like, it was a stuffed pizza crust.
Yeah.
Cut off the pizza and like fused together.
Yeah.
So you get like 3 or 4 of them in a row with like a marinara cup. That was the day I maxed
Wait, you
out.
called them what?
Italian dunkers.
Oh.
We were very classy.
We just called them cheese sticks. Here in Milton, we just call them cheese sticks. But it was great. They were great. You had 4 or 5 fused together, marinara sauce, cheesy as all get out.
Yeah, and I had like a double helping of them.
Yeah.
And then like I was like, oh.
And if the breading was soft.
I wish there were some things from like the 90s, early 2000s that we could just bring back and enjoy for one last time. Like they might like they might have come out with like that product again, and I did that in quotation marks for those who can't see. And no, you might have redone it, and it might have been like the nostalgia like aspect of it, where
right.
people like our age and like older remember them and we're like, oh my god, yes, I want to try them. A couple years back, example, when the worst Ghostbusters movie of all time came out. Nothing against this, but the all-female cast of Ghostbusters came out. Then they came out with the high-C echo coolers.
I don't know if I ever saw those.
They came out and they were in like a little 6-pack.
Okay.
That had Slimer on the can. And I remember them from like the early 90s.
The Slimer cans. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, yes, I want these. Got like 3 or 4 cases of it. Yeah. And I was like, that's a lot of high C that does not taste good right now. One thing that has come back out recently that McDonald's actually has that I absolutely love, Orange High C is back.
Yeah, I hated that they took it away.
When? Recently?
No. There was a period of time.
Bro, I'm about ready to fight you if you say they took it away.
Orange High C is where it's out of McDonald's, but there was a period of time where you couldn't get Orange High C.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I bought all of it. I'm pretty sure if I bled that month that first came back, I was just bleeding icy. Yeah. That's what I felt like I was doing. And my wife will yell at me now. She'll call me a child because I'll get a large high C
like an adult
with
meal?
no ice.
Yeah.
And like a 20-piece McNugget. She's like, what are you, 5? I'm like,
I'm just not, look.
Yeah, I am. Deal with it. I don't care.
I'm 5 times 6 plus 2.
Don't make me do math.
I'm sorry.
You said that, I'm like, 5 times 6. That's
it's in my blood.
Plus 2. Man,
it's genetics.
Never mind. I'm not. No, we're not going to touch that topic.
But when I think about McDonald's in the 90s, I think of Lewisburg McDonald's with their N64.
I'm glad you brought that up because
N64.
I remember that because they had the inside playground.
Yep. Inside playground. You had the N64 set.
Mm-hmm. And you had the Grimace and Hamburglar.
Yep.
Seats. Yep. The little stools that were bolted to the ground.
Remember the movies?
What movies?
The Ronald McDonald movies?
No.
So you know.
Is this in core? Are we unlocking core memories?
I think so.
As I'm drinking my drink.
Just with McDonald's and orange.
As I have a straw in my cup, I'm drinking out of right now. Am I?
So we have N64. You have the seats. We have the movie. So like you know how like with Happy Meals and stuff you could buy like the Hercules plates. Remember those?
Yes.
The glass, like they had Batman cups. I don't think I ever got one of the Batman cups. They were like glass, like really nice looking.
I think my brother actually still has them because he collects a lot of weird things.
Well, we tried collecting those plates, and that was like oh no, it was we got those like perfectly cylinder glass cups. They had like every part of Disney World all around. I don't know if you've ever saw those.
No. But actually, I'm looking at something right now in my studio here that is on the shelf behind you. On the top shelf, there's 3 bobbleheads.
Oh, yeah?
They are from the early 2000s. They're the 3 Allen Iverson bobbleheads that McDonald's came out with. They were $5 additional if you bought a Happy Meal. So I remember, I think it was me and my mom and my stepfather, who I consider my father now, looking for like this last one. And he's in the 76ers uniform. There's a white, a black, and the old school blue jersey. Yeah. Which that was the hardest one to find because I think that was the one they only made like certain amount of. And like we went to the McDonald's in Muncie or Hughesville. Right. Sorry. And then we'd go to the
Pennsdale like exit.
No, the one on 405. The one before Hughesville. Yeah, because we lived up that way before.
Gotcha.
When they came out, so we would always go there. Like every time we went past McDonald's, I'm like, can we get a Happy Meal? Like I gotta see if they have it. And like I would ask the lady myself, I'm like, excuse me, do you have any blue ones? And they're like, no, we only have the black and white ones. I'm like, I don't need that. I need the blue one. I forget where we were. I think it might have been the old Bill Elliott McDonald's up by the Lacombe Mall.
Yeah.
Before they ruined that and took. Dude, don't take a race car out of a McDonald's.
No, you keep it in there.
How much more American do you need to be to have a Big Mac and a NASCAR race car in the restaurant? Yeah. I don't say what you want to say. That's America right there.
You don't take it out.
You don't. Don't. It's not broken.
That's right.
Damn it, Ronald.
McDonald's though.
I was doing something in my room and the white one fell off and his arm broke.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh no, I broke it. Luckily, we went to like a baseball card show and the guy was selling it for like $3. And I bought the one that's up there now.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I'm never like touching these things again. Like I'll dust them every once in a while, but like I have the original box, the original bubble wrap that came with it, and the little like C collar that goes around the neck.
So the head doesn't bobble.
So the head doesn't bobble.
Yeah.
Because I think one of those up there, the head is broken.
Yeah.
But it still bobbles. Like the glue came off from like the inside. But I'm like, nope.
It's still bobbling.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. What was the last good McDonald's toy that came out? Or Burger King toy? Do they do toys anymore?
They do toys, but they're not. They are not the same. They're not the same. Think of anything like Freddy. So the newest stuff is all the Mario, because Mario, the movie's coming out in April, I think. Koopas. And they brought out they had Sonic recently. They keep bringing back Pokemon, which Pokemon's solid 90s, solid 98.
If it's broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're gonna ride that cash train to the bank,
yeah.
Every 5 or 6 years you come out with a new game and new Pokemon. Keep riding to the bank. I wish I still had my Pokemon cards because I had a binder full of holographic Charizard cards.
Dude. You know how much they're going for?
Like, bro, I could have retired.
You could have retired. You could have sent Penny up for college if you wanted to go to college. Like,
no, that's my money, not hers.
No.
I took time to collect all that. That's my money. We are not.
Speaking of Charizard and my money, all right. So I'm just gonna tell myself. I'm telling myself here. I was in first grade. I had a holographic Charizard. $20 on our kitchen table. My mom put $20 for my dad to take to lunch.
Bro, you stole your dad's lunch money to buy a Charizard card?
My dad's lunch money. I went to lunch that day, and I was like, "Yo, boys, I got $20. Let's go!" And dude, when you're first grade, people are hyping that you even have money, right? And this kid comes up and is like, "Yo, got a holographic Charizard. Bet. I'll give you 20. I'll give you $20." They're like, even trade. The lunch lady at the time saw. I was like, "Yo, I don't know what kind of."
We used to get in trouble for that. We had to keep our cards stacked.
It became a problem because
they're like, go outside for recess.
Yeah.
And where I went to school it was kindergarten through 6th grade at the same time.
Right.
So you had 2 different recess times. We'd be sitting there on the little the recycled plastic benches. You remember those?
Yep.
That were hard as a rock. They were nice. They were always cool.
Yeah, they were.
They were always cool.
Yeah.
We would be sitting there and we'd be it's basically shooting craps. We're sitting there playing a Pokemon game to the best of our abilities at 3rd grade.
Yeah.
We're sitting there just throwing cards down, making sure, hey, teacher looking? No, all right, we're good.
I know, it was like some kind of drug deal going on in school.
I remember one time, I don't know if it was me or somebody else I was in school with, they got busted and their parents had to come get their cards. Yeah, his dad said he was never going to see those cards again. Yeah. That was bad, because we're like, oh, man.
If you dupe somebody, if you were duped or you duped somebody out of a really, for example, someone had a holographic Machamp.
That's my guy though.
Machamp?
That's my guy though.
I don't have any holographics, but I'll trade you these 5 cards.
Oh yeah.
I'll trade you these 5 cards for that 1 card.
Oh yeah.
When you're a kid brain's like, bro, I'm getting 5 cards for 1 card. Let's go. Let's go. And then you get home and you're like, so and so's parents just called.
You have to give them that card back. You're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
You just played dumb.
Yeah.
You're just like, nah.
And I got home after that $20 trade. My mom was like, Brian, there's $20 on the table. Did you take it? I'm like, no, Mom. She's like, what's that in your pocket?
It was like you were itching to tell somebody, but your mom interrogated you first, so you're like, I can't get rid of the evidence. And then, so what do I do?
I just showed her quietly. She's like, you took $20 for a Pokemon card? Well, you know what, Mom? Guess what? How much a holographic Charizard is today? Pokemon cards was a lot. Like Pokemon cards, Game Boy Color. Do you have yours?
I do.
I still have mine. Like see-through purple was my Game Boy.
No, my Game Boy Color, and this is very iconic that we're talking about Pokemon, is that it's blue Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
With Pokemon blue in the back of it.
So it was a solid blue.
It was solid.
Nice.
It was a two-tone blue.
Yeah.
Because it was like a little baby aqua blue.
Yeah.
And then like that dark navy blue for Pokemon blue. It's up in my end table right now. I played occasionally.
I had see-through purple with Pokemon red. Colors didn't mesh very well, but man, I played it so hard. I remember sitting in the car and like you got things like a light. Remember when you had to plug in a light and the magnifying glass?
Yeah, because God forbid it was quote unquote illegal to drive with the dome light on in the back seat so you could play your Game Boy as your dad's driving you home.
Yeah.
Were your parents...
Turn off that light.
I can't see. I'm gonna go to jail.
Yeah. What? Oh, I caught myself a few times. Like Freddie will turn the light. I'm like, turn that light off. We're gonna get pulled over, or I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Or like the thing is that like if I'm driving, I'm going to somebody's house, and, like I'll use like my phone and be like, the destination's on your left, 300 Front Street.
Right.
I'll turn my music down so I can concentrate.
We all do it. Don't you guys all
don't
like,
lie.
Oh, they turned down. We all do it.
Yeah. You still turn down your music.
It's the whole like.
My wife turns down her music pulling into the garage, so she doesn't make sure she hits the garage.
Hey, whatever you have to do to focus,
which is fine.
Yeah, my mom's hit the wrong pedal. She hit the gas instead of the brake. And
don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on the other day. Then don't even get me started. What I hate though is like the person I usually am driving home is not the same person I'm going to be the next morning going. Which means I'll have the most obnoxious song playing cranked all the way up. Get out of my car. Forget it's cranked all the way up. Go to sleep. Wake up the next morning and go to work. And I'm like, oh Lord. Oh no. No. This, nope. And it's like, I'll try and catch it, especially when I'm taking the baby to daycare. Yeah. But like, some days I do not catch it. I'm like, oh, we're just going to turn that down real quick. We're going to pretend that didn't happen.
I have that problem. So I'll watch like, I would not suggest this for anybody, but I watch videos or I have a video playing on my phone on the dash while I'm driving. And if I catch it, I'll catch it or not. But so the volume for a video, you literally have to crank up your radio.
Oh yeah.
You have to crank it up.
Through Bluetooth?
Yes. Bluetooth connection.
And like it reduces it by like 30%.
Yeah. And then you get out of your car, you get in the next time, and like say like in the morning it's me, my wife, and the two kids. And like I'm like, oh, go to the car, guys. My phone and the car are connected.
Yep.
So they'll connect automatically. All I hear is my car booming, rattling. I'm like, oh, my kids are dying right now.
When that happens to me, I can feel my wife giving me that look, and I'm not even outside.
You feel it?
If my back is like, to like where it's at, like where the door's at, I can feel her piercing my soul with that look. Yeah. And I'll be like, oh no. Like, oh
so
no.
Sorry.
So as soon as I get in the car, I'm like, I apologize. I am not the same person I was last night.
I'm like, yes, I know. I'm so sorry.
All right.
The nice soundtrack that I've been listening to, and it smacks, is Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack.
They're coming out with a number 2 of those.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see that?
I did.
Are you excited?
I'm super stoked. I like Miles. I like the whole.
I do too.
The Miles Spider-Man is great. And
I like Miles Morales and Marvel Snap opposed to the regular Spider-Man.
With his abilities?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Miles yet.
Oh.
I've only seen Spider-Woman and Spider-Man.
Okay, well, you know what Spider-Man does. He's just going to shoot that web and block that area off. Yeah. We talked about that in the last episode. If you don't know, go check it out. It's a great time with Josh from Bad Elephant Game.
That's a great name.
It is.
I never thought about that. That's a great name.
Credit to his co-host and his producer than I do to him.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's my second favorite host of that show. I'm allowed to say that. But no, back to the early 90s and early 2000s when we were growing up. I can't tell you how many times my parents told me to go outside and don't come home until the streetlights are on.
Right.
Like, first day of summer, we already made plans like that last week of school. Be like, we're going to get up, we're going to go play football, and then we're going to go swimming, and then we're going to play kickball.
And you didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, we didn't have cell phones. You know how you could tell where everybody was at?
Was it the amounts of bikes everywhere?
Exactly.
Yeah.
bikes in somebody's front yard or in their driveway.
Yeah.
You'd be like, and you could tell whose bike it was.
Right. Right.
Be like, oh, that's little Johnny's. Oh, that's Susie's bike.
Right.
Oh, that's, Adam's bike. We're like, I don't want to hang out with these people. You just keep going till you see more bikes.
Right.
Be like, oh, those guys are cool. I'm going to hang out with them.
Bikes, man.
Fun fact, I didn't know how to ride a bike until I was in 6th grade.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I remember for like learning, like we took up like the one day I was like, Dad, take off the training wheels. We're going. We are going. And at the time we lived next to a softball field. Area we rode in was just like dirt.
Oh,
it was just dirt.
Oh.
And I was like, if I'm gonna fall, I hate
Let's
dirt a
just
lot.
go.
Hate dirt, worms. What was your best bike story? What's your like? Did you have like a big accident on a bike?
I did.
Okay.
I actually still have the scar from it. So when I was in the Boy Scouts, we were learning our cycling merit badge. Different rides of different distances. And the one distance was like 10 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So like we all met early before our meeting. I had a brand new bike. We got going great. Started going down the hill, and I got a speed wobble.
Oh.
And I slammed on my front and back brake at the same time. Both brakes locked up. I went over the handlebars, and you can see in my hand there's a scar.
Yikes!
That I could literally pull my hand apart and see down to like the bone and muscle.
Oh, that's
and like
great.
We got back before everybody else did, and my mom was like, "Oh, you finished really fast," and like. They got the bike out of the bag, and she's like, "Oh, what the hell happened to your bike?" And then, like, I got out, and, like, my hands wrapped, my elbows wrapped, my legs wrapped. And she goes, "What happened?"
Right.
And so, like, I told her, like, try and, like, to play the waterworks on very thick. You know what I mean? Very thick. Because, like,
cushion that blow, because you know.
Yep. When you get home out of sight from people, either you're going to get yelled at.
Yeah.
Or they're going to turn that wrist one time.
Yep. Yeah. 100%.
And like.
This is 90s, early 2000s, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
what was your big bike story?
It was another bike accident, actually. Yep. The kicker is my mom. So I told my mom we were going down to the creek to go crawfishing.
Mm-hmm.
Crayfishing, crawfishing.
Crawfishing.
Down on Brown Avenue. We were just going down, right? So my mom was like, "Are you taking your brother's bike?" "Yeah, I'm gonna ride my brother's bike. Patrick's gonna ride something else." She's like, "Don't haul anybody," because it was one of those like BMX bikes with the pegs front and back.
I was always worried about those.
Oh, they're scary.
Like I always had like a 10-speed mountain bike.
Yeah, mountain bikes but that's a great bike to ride. Terrain, all terrain, all that. So I was like, "All right, Mom, I won't haul anybody." Well, one of my friends didn't have a bike. I'm like, "Well, I got."
There was always that one kid that always had to walk, and you had to somebody had to basically pedal your bike with your feet to walk with them so they wouldn't be left alone.
Right. If you were a good friend,
I'd be like, "You walk, I don't care."
We'll meet you. You know where we're going. So anyway, I was like
your 10-minute bike ride, which is like a 30-minute walk.
Yeah. And we got a block away from the house, and I was like, "Hop on, my mom can't see me."
Yeah.
Mom can't see me.
That was always don't tell my parents we're gonna do this.
Yes. So we're riding. We get to this part of the road where I've never actually been on. I take a right on it, and around hill, right, steep hill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, so if you train there,
I've always wanted to sled down that hill.
I did too, and they used to until there's been some gnarly accidents on it from sledding and crashing, right?
Well, if you go all the way to the top, because if you go to the top, because it goes up, plateaus a little bit, and then goes up again.
Yep.
So if you start at the very top of that, and you go down the backside towards
the fields,
yeah, you're gonna gain speed coming down.
And then you do have a little like hop.
Oh yeah. So if you hit it just right, you're either breaking yourself. Or you're going to be like the king of all the little kids growing up.
Yep. So, anyway, there's an alley that's parallel to Brown Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about the alley. I was like, I'm going to take a left because I don't want to go to Brown Ave with you on my back. It's just as steep.
Oh, yeah.
It's just as steep. So we're picking up speed. And at the bottom of that alley, you turn right to go to the fields.
Mm-hmm.
At the bottom of the alley, there was a car coming this way and a car coming this way. I'm like, I can't turn. We're going too fast. So, there's a driveway in front of us. I was like, all right, we can stop this driveway. I'm pretty sure. Still going too fast. Fly through the road, the intersection there, and into the driveway. but at the end of the driveway wasn't grass.
Ooh.
It was a 20-foot drop. It was like a straight drop. It was,
Oh yeah.
It was like a.
I think I know right where you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it felt like 20 foot.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
it's always bigger when you were a child.
Oh yeah, when you hit that, so I hit the edge of their driveway. My buddy gets hit off with a pine tree branch. So like he's on top of the hill. He got clothesline.
You ducked and he was not paying attention and just smacked himself.
He ate it. But I was still on the bike, and the bike started flipping. And I was straight up in the air, flipping, bike on top of me. I landed on my shoulder, face, bike and I finally landed like in pain. There was a guy gardening like maybe like 10 feet away, and he's just like staring. He had no idea. He's like,
"Bro, you good?"
He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm good." I'm getting the bike. I'm walking up the hill, and I had a lot of adrenaline.
Yeah.
So we get to the creek, and we're starting to, and I'm like, "Bros, I'm in a lot of pain. Like I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm like, this hurts like a mother."
Your arm just dangling right by its side.
Like every time I let go of my arm, it was like, "Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead." So we started walking back to my buddy's house over Brown Avenue, across the Milton School, because he lived right there in one of those houses, and we get to the practice fields of Milton. I don't know.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, I couldn't walk. My ankle was so like I had so much pain in my ankle. And I was like, I'm crying and screaming like, "You have to get your mom. Like I can't walk any further. Or someone's gonna have to carry me."
Yeah.
So he runs home. His mom comes to pick me up, and the whole time, and like I live maybe a mile away from them. And the whole time, like, my mom's gonna kill me. My mom's gonna like the whole time.
And their moms are like, "Sweetie, it's gonna be okay."
I'm like, you don't understand. First of all, my mom's Filipino.
Oh,
okay, Filipino, and she's just coming out fire. And she told me, blatantly told me flat out, "Don't haul anybody," and I did. And my mom comes out, and she's like, "We gotta go to the hospital."
Yeah. And
she's madder than that. Like like she's steaming, and we're in the car.
It's that kind of mad where they don't say anything.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah. The atmosphere drops, right?
Yeah.
And we're in the car, and my mom goes off. "I told you." And my dad's like, "Look, he's in a lot of pain." Like my mom's like,
"I don't care."
No, I told him.
He knows what he did wrong.
Yeah.
I specifically told him not to do something. Well, I can't tell you how many times I got that speech.
Freddie's gonna probably get it a few more times. Like Freddie will get it, Bert will get it. I think kids in general will just get, like.
I'm pretty sure Sydney will still give you that speech.
Oh yeah, of course. I told him so many times. And, but we end up at the hospital. I go in for my X-ray for my shoulder. Oh no, my ankle. I forgot about my shoulder. My ankle. And oh yeah, you broke your ankle. Oh great.
What a way to start something.
And then I get back to my room, and I'm like, "Oh crap, my arm's hurting real bad." I'm like, "Do we have to take you for another X-ray?" I'm like, "Mom, I'm so sorry. I think so." So I like this is on my left side.
Yeah.
Left ankle broken. I broke my left shoulder right above the growth plate, and so I had a sling, a boot, a crutch. It was the worst. Like I don't know. I think I was out for 2 months. I think it was like
that was your whole summer vacation.
Yeah.
It was your whole summer vacation.
Anyway, thanks for letting me tell you that. That was very long-winded, but it was very prominent memory that I have of my beautiful mom. My mom was beautiful.
She was. She was a very nice lady.
I loved her.
You said the N64 McDonald's.
Yeah.
Do you remember the McDonald's in Selinsgrove had the separate room, which was the indoor play place, that also had the Nintendo GameCube?
I don't think so.
They had the Nintendo GameCube, and the only reason I know that's because it's where I first fell in love with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
At McDonald's?
At McDonald's.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'd be sitting there drinking my little kid high C.
Hot Pursuit, like the one with like the yellow Lambo on the front?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hot Pursuit.
Uh-huh.
That's great.
I think that was the last good Need for Speed game.
I enjoyed Underground.
I didn't.
No?
Because I remember growing up playing with friends where you were Need for Speed, and that's where you could be a cop.
Yeah.
Or a robber.
Yes. That was the best.
And everybody was like, it's one of those cheat code things where like, you can't use a Lambo. You can't use a Lambo. It's cheating. It's like using Bo Jackson in like the early Madden football. Like he would you couldn't tackle Bo.
Yeah, it's just an automatic win.
Yeah, 90s TV shows.
Keenan and Kel.
Oh, Keenan and Kel. All that, because that's where a majority of those people got their start.
Their comedic.
Yeah, you had Keenan and Kel.
Yep.
And Nick Cannon.
Or Amanda Bynes got all
crazy. Yeah. What else?
The Amanda Show. Amanda Show.
What?
Lobsters coming out.
Yeah.
Temple Run.
Yes.
Not Temple Run.
Secrets of the
Temple.
Yeah.
Secrets of
the Temple. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then you back in the day, after school Saturday mornings, you had Angry Beavers, Cat Dog, All Real Monsters,
Cat Dog, yeah.
Rocket Power. Which came out. I looked this up to do my research for the show. Came out August of 1999.
Oh.
I still counting that as a 90s show.
Yeah,
it ended in 2004.
I'll never go with skateboards or roller skates.
Neither was I. Might have been like a balanced coordination type thing.
Maybe.
But like,
mine was fear. I don't want to like shatter my shins and break my ankles.
Again.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Rocket Power. Hey Arnold.
Yeah, Hey Arnold.
I know this is like 2000 because I looked it up too. But do you remember Jackie Chan Adventures?
Yeah.
WB Kids.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the show? It was a Nick Jr. show called Gullah Gullah Island.
Gullah Gullah Island.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched a couple episodes in preparation for the show to talk about it, and I don't know why this is like a core memory because most people don't remember that show. They're like, well, what was it about? I'm like, well, it was a family from South Carolina, which has a set of islands, and one of them is called, what do we call it? Gullah Gullah Island. And they're like, well, what else about it? I'm like, there's a giant frog that was yellow with red spots. And you tell people that, they'll look at you and go, what?
Like, what were you?
What? And I'm like, yeah. The Gullah Gullah Island. Remember Animorphs?
I was just thinking about the books.
Yeah.
But the show.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Oh, I used to have all of those in Goosebumps. The good Goosebumps.
I agree.
Where you'd have like the Scholastic Book Fair.
I was just gonna say the book fairs are like big events.
And your parents would give you $20 that you weren't allowed to buy Pokemon cards with. But you get like 4 Goosebump books, a Lamborghini poster.
You can buy a lot for that $20.
We had a school store.
Oh yeah.
Kids they're gonna drink from the water hose. Like if
they're going back to what we had.
Maybe not running in the bed of trucks.
No.
Maybe.
I love that. My dad
we still do it. We still do it out here.
Milton Panther Cub. You know, like we're like 3rd grade for me, 4th grade. When Pee Wee, 4th grade?
I don't know. I was always too big to play Pee Wee sports.
Oh.
So I had to wait till 7th grade to play football.
Oh.
I was always I was a husky kid.
I went a midget game this past season. This kid's just as tall as you, and he's massive. I'm like,
yeah. Did you ask to see his birth certificate?
I didn't. I didn't.
Did you think about it?
Well, I wanted to, but he was on the Milton side, so I didn't want to like.
Oh no, we gotta keep that. We gotta keep that Cobra then.
But like my dad had an orange and black Power Wagon truck. We tried, we did things like trying to make a pool in the trunk. He would take kids home from practice, so like there'd be like 4 or 5 of us in the bed of the truck.
Oh yeah.
Stay down. There's a cop code. Stay down. Yeah.
Can't do that nowadays.
No.
Orange baseball bat.
The big honking one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The jumbo I'm swinging home run to the fence with his wiffle ball.
Like I'm Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire.
I'm denting this bat with a plastic wiffle ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Backyard games. Manhunt.
We would always play
Manhunt from as young as I can remember to I think almost to the time I got out of high school, which was 2010.
I think what we need to do is we need to get some of our friends together.
Play Manhunt.
We have a lot of land out here. We could play Manhunt.
Yeah.
But alright, enough of dad talk and reminiscing about our
You can talk about the 90s. You can talk about dad forever.
Oh, we could talk about the 90s forever. Oh,
I gotta add.
Go ahead, because I have something I have to add too. I just saw this on my notes. Because literally, as
three Power Rangers.
Well, the good stuff. Oh yeah,
like original
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Green Ranger. My first crush, Amy Jo Johnson.
Amy Jo, the yellow?
The Pink Ranger.
That's Amy Jo?
Amy Jo Johnson,
Yep.
the Pink Ranger.
The longest time, I always thought she was Hewitt. What's her name?
Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Yeah,
No.
I always thought it was. But for the longest time, I was like, "There's no way." Second is VR Troopers,
I don't remember that.
and so
I remember it, but I don't remember
watching it.
Yeah.
I would always watch like Woody the Woodpecker, and then VR Troopers would come on. Do you remember the show Beetleborgs?
No.
So, they were also made or produced by I'm gonna butcher the name, Sabian, whoever made Power Rangers.
Okay.
Made by the same people. 3 teenagers, and they would morph into like these beetle Power Ranger things. Like they had their suits, they have their equipment, they had their special cannons, they had their.
I don't
No.
remember that.
Oh man.
Do you Go ahead. Finish what you're gonna say.
No. Those are the 3: Power Rangers, Beetleborgs, and VR Troopers.
Okay, we're gonna just continue this because I'm unlocking more and more core memories as we keep talking. Do you remember The Secret Life of Alex Mack? She was a high school student
Yep.
where she could melt down into like a goo type thing,
Vaguely.
and she could like slide under doors and get into like weird places like that.
Vaguely.
I remember that because it was that, and then there was Animorphs right after it. And then, do you also remember the cartoon of? I'm gonna butcher. I forget the name of it, but I can describe it. They were the Buff Sharks.
Oh, whoa! Shark.
Was it Shark Buddies? Something like that.
Like Shark Squad or.
Yeah. Do you remember them?
Yeah, there's 4 of them.
Yeah. Because they rode motorcycles, and more importantly, the only reason I remember that is because they had some of the best gummy snacks.
Speaking of gummy snacks, Scooby-Doo gummy snacks with the blue.
Oh, the blue Scooby heads, the purple and green ketchup, and
the Heinz,
the blue butter.
Okay, I remember the ketchup. I don't remember the butter. I saw someone mention the butter before.
The blue butter, the blue butter spray. Because it was a spray thing.
Yeah.
And as you sprayed it, it would leak down the side of the container, and your hand would just turn blue. I would always do it on Corn on the Cob. Because I hate rolling the corn cobs like in a stick of butter.
Or in bread, like butter bread. Did you ever do that?
What?
Did you make butter bread?
Yes.
And then put the corn in the bread and just twist it with the bread?
No, but now I kind of want to try that. I got into it.
Then you can eat the bread afterwards.
No, yeah. I got into a debate the other day.
Did you put mayo on bread or corn?
No. What the?
Mayo and garlic. Salt.
Right, now here's the thing. What I constitute mayonnaise is Miracle Whip. I know.
I look. I don't have any hate.
That's my hot take.
I don't have any hate.
That's my hot take.
Growing up, my mom would do it.
Miracle Whip is mayonnaise to me.
Yep. Nope. I'm gonna do it. But the thing is, they do have distinctive tastes. But I always grew up with Miracle Whip as mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, this is where me and my wife differ because sometimes she'll like cheap out and get like the generic stuff.
Yeah.
There's some things you cannot get generic on.
Miracle or not Miracle.
Toilet paper.
Yeah.
Soda.
Yeah.
Don't get me like.
I don't know. I could do an RC cola.
No.
I could do an RC cola.
It has to be Coke.
Has to be Coke.
Has to be Coke. The only time I might differ from that is going to be Mountain Lightning.
The Wise brand stuff?
No, I think, is it Wise's or is it Walmart brand like Mountain Dew?
Oh, I thought it was Wise. Maybe it could.
It might be Wise. You're probably right. It might be, but
Surge.
Oh,
Surge was my drink.
They still have it. You can get it at Five Below.
Five Below has it?
You can get it at Five Below, and it still comes in the green tinted plastic bottle.
All right, it's good to know.
You want to go to Five Below?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. They had them out in convenience stores for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like recently, they brought them back or something, and then they're gone. I can't get them.
It's not a nostalgia thing, but you're gonna know. I was at JR's Pretzels yesterday. We ordered Penny's birthday cake.
Oh, cool.
And I begged my wife to let me get a drink for the ride.
Yeah?
Because we were going to Langer's, we were doing all this other stuff. I'm like, let me get a drink. You can have the water I brought with me. You can take that if I can get a drink for myself.
Yeah.
She's like, fine, what do you want? I got a Ray's sour gummy yesterday. But do you know at Wise's you can get Catawissa bottled red cream soda?
No,
Yes.
that's cool.
Yes. I wish I could get a case of that. I would fill my fridge in the other room with it.
Maybe just fuel. I mean, there'd be some beer in there.
I'd have beer on top and then like just cases of like
cream soda.
Red cream. It has to be red cream soda.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It has to be red cream soda. And we're gonna do a top 5 draft.
I like it. Okay? I like it.
So we have a set topic that I gave you a couple days in advance. So it's not like a spur of the moment thing where we're gonna draft our top 5 things or our whatever the category is.
Round one. Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna draft our top 5.
And if one of us were to pick somebody, you have to change your pick. Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So with you being the guest, I'm gonna let you go first.
I would get first pick?
Our draft today is our top 5 superheroes. This could be Marvel. This could be DC.
For us.
I read a stat the other day that I forgot to talk with my guest last week on the show. Do you know that 25% toy buyers? Did I send this to you the other week?
No, but I think I know where you're going. Are adults
that are ages 25 to 35.
The millennial generation.
Yes. And I was like, I can see that. And my guest last week, him and I probably amount for about a quarter of that 25%.
Yeah.
Because if you look around here, what do you see? You see collectibles. You see little kid toys, and I have a massive Lego collection behind me.
Yes. Before we start this draft, I just want to say, but like as our we were told no a lot because of like lack of money or like no, you're not getting it because you're fat or whatever. Yeah. Now I got some money and I want to buy toys for myself.
That's the bad thing. That's the bad thing is that I have to work extra hard
because you're gonna buy all these toys.
I'm gonna buy all these toys.
Yeah.
Like I already have to. You can look at my shelves are technically overflowing because I have to get more shelves. But here's the thing: that means I have to go to IKEA. I go to IKEA, I see more things I'm gonna want to buy.
Right.
My wife hates IKEA furniture.
Does she?
She hates it. She hates.
That's a hot take.
That is.
I'm pretty sure.
I love IKEA furniture.
Yeah. IKEA.
Okay. Like that cabinet, all those shelves, that stand.
Where's the closest IKEA?
Philly. We're going to Conshohocken.
Okay, I'm down.
Which is great because if we go on a Saturday, we can get Chick-fil-A.
I'm not liking just Chick-fil-A.
If we don't go on a Saturday, we can get something else that is even better. I don't know. Not much things are better than Chick-fil-A.
All right, Quinn, you ready to start this?
Yeah.
Top 5 draft?
Our top 5 draft, our topic for this week is superheroes.
Superheroes, all right.
If you take my number 1 pick,
no.
We're gonna fight, and it's not gonna be the good kind of fighting.
So, my number 1 pick for this draft would be The Flash.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah, so...
You're taking a mid-level player.
First off, he's super fast. Right? He's incredibly fast. Like, this guy can permeate through material, right? He can permeate through material by vibrating, and he can time travel forward and backwards. He can go back in time. He can go forward in time. He's taking on a crap ton of villains. He can take them on by himself. He's a speedy guy.
All right. Well, I'm taking my obvious number 1 pick as my favorite superhero of all time. Plays Steve Rogers, Captain America.
You know, if I wasn't,
he's the first Avenger.
He's nothing. He's nothing. If he didn't take that injection and had that shield, which that shield wasn't even his technology. It was given to him.
It don't matter. How'd the Flash get his powers?
Freak accident.
Well,
it was not a freak accident. It was planned. I'm pretty sure it was planned.
Guess what? So is a super soldier serum. Don't even play it. Done. Okay.
He was frozen for 40-some years.
And you know what? He still comes out and kicks ass.
You know, I'm busting just because, like,
you're mad you didn't pick him first?
I'm mad that I didn't go with my gut because Captain America's he's a good leader. I mean, strat-wise, a good first round draft. Or first round pick.
He should have been number 1 overall in everybody's. Who's your second round pick?
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. I was in between. I didn't know if I wanted to go the DC route and go with Dr. Fate.
Oh, that
Doctor Strange, he has a cool mystic cape, and just being able to open up portals.
But here's the thing.
What?
You have 2 people that can travel time.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you have?
Right now. Right
I
now.
am Captain America. He has a shield.
You're right.
My round 2. I'm taking Batman.
Really?
I'm taking Batman.
Look.
For the simple fact, the Batmobile.
Yeah, his equipment's great.
The Batmobile.
Yeah, Batmobile.
Yeah.
I mean,
the old school Batman.
Yeah.
Like everything from the Dark Knight back, minus the George Clooney Batman.
Really?
Yes, I hate that movie.
I pick on Batman because Batman's iconic. I just wish he was super.
And he's handsome.
He's handsome. Well, he's smart. He's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was literally between Batman and Iron Man.
Yeah. And if we were doing the counterpart, I would think.
Oh yeah, those two are the counterparts. But yeah. I'm taking Batman as my second pick.
What's your reason for Batman? Just because
he's the best DC superhero. That's my second hot take for today.
Isn't he the leader of the Justice League?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And has contingency plans for every other member of the Justice League.
You're right.
Say that again.
You're right.
I'm gonna sound clip that and send it to my wife.
Oh man! All right, round 3. I don't know if you're gonna know. I didn't know this guy, but Captain Atom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Captain Atom literally manipulates energy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he's absorbing. He's putting it out. What's that?
It is DC. He's DC.
His body is, a beautiful color of red. He's super strong.
Why does your team's colors look like Christmas?
I like Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. 3, Thor. At Thor, my original 3rd.
I like Brothor.
Brothor.
He's right over there. Brothor. Good pick is I'm taking Black Widow.
You're taking Black Widow?
Yes.
She's just
it doesn't
combat ready. Assassin
and seductive.
Well, I messed up.
See,
I didn't think about looks. I just thought about raw power.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think my team could still crush yours already.
Okay. Well, if you want to put your 5 against my 5,
I wish there was a simulator that you could actually pick heroes. I'm gonna see if there is one.
There isn't, but I mean, you could use Marvel Snap.
Oh yeah, but Marvel only has half. Well, no DC. All right, so 4th.
Yes,
we're going with
pick 4.
I'm going with Shazam, my boy Billy.
Oh my God,
my Billy Shazam.
So bad.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You know what? My amplifier is Captain America giving great speeches.
Just
that
raw
the hell out of his team.
Okay.
Unless
you're Tony Stark, but
no. He motivated everybody for that time heist.
Okay.
Okay. My 4th pick is DC's equivalent of Hawkeye. I'm taking Green Arrow. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. A, the TV show lasted longer.
No, it did.
The TV show was better.
Solid show.
And technically, Green Arrow is self-trained, so he doesn't have special abilities.
Right. Yeah.
And depends.
He was a rich boy who got ended up on an island.
Who was supposed to be killed.
Yeah. No, let's go pick.
I would take Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is your 5th and final pick for your team?
All right. Thought about this long and hard.
Did you? Because I literally timed mine as we were going into this conversation.
I did. Well,
because I had
this
4.
guy, I wasn't sure because this guy, I was like, but I'm gonna go with my man, the Green Behemoth, the Hulk.
Now, what Hulk are you taking? Are you taking just Hulk, or are you taking
Bruce Banner?
Bruce Banner, Smart Hulk.
Nah, I would take Warrior Hulk.
Oh. He has a son now, by the way. If you watch She-Hulk,
I want to. I hear mixed reviews on She-Hulk.
The twerking scene, meh.
Good show though.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it better than Loki. I couldn't get into the Loki.
The show?
I couldn't get into the Loki show.
Oh, I love Loki.
Because you know why? Every time I heard Owen Wilson talk, I could just picture him going, "Wow," or "Wow, Katruga." I am Speed. All right. So
just because he's crazy.
Okay, so Here's my wild card.
Okay.
I'm taking Deadpool.
He was on my list. Original
Fifth
original
pick,
list.
I'm taking Deadpool.
Why would you?
Because you can't kill him.
Yeah.
You can't kill him.
Regenerative properties. And then the fact that his muscles don't get tired.
Yeah.
Which means he can do all the physical stuff.
And here's the thing.
On limitless energy.
How many times do you think Captain America is going to have to say the word of language around Wade Wilson?
Just like, bro. Yeah. Okay.
Imagine that swear jar.
You have a fun. So
here's the thing.
Mine just is like pure power. I think yours is you actually built chemistry around your
Yeah.
Team.
Yeah. That's what you have to do.
My team doesn't care about each other.
Batman's my lone. He's
your lone.
He's my lone wolf.
Yeah.
Because everybody else can be a team. Yeah, he can be. They can all be team players. Batman.
Would Batman be your leader?
No.
Cap would be your leader.
Yeah. Cap is definitely.
I could see him your leader, and then Bat being your strategist. Think of heroes.
Cap doesn't have a gun.
Yeah.
He has a shield.
Yep.
Right. So there's your hand-to-hand combat and your speed right there.
Right.
Batman, he has technology and gadgets. Awesome cards.
Yep.
Black Widow, she has pistols and she has her widow's bite.
Yep.
Her bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
And she has her batons too.
Yep.
Oliver Queen, bow and arrow. Great. Wade Wilson, that's an arsenal.
He's your wild card.
Oh yeah.
He's raw. He do whatever he wants.
Yeah. You ain't stopping him.
Remember seeing Deadpool and X-Men before they made Deadpool?
No. I think
it was like Wolverine.
I was a fan of the early 90s
X-Men.
But no, I didn't really
watch.
I was more into like sports when I was growing up. Like I would watch it like sometimes.
Yeah.
But no. So I think my 5 against your 5. I'm sorry to say, but you're done.
No way. I would disintegrate your team. I'm on tier like Thanos clicks and you'd be dead. That's how I feel.
Yeah, guess what?
They literally didn't even have the Hulk around for Civil War.
First fight of Infinity War, Hulk got his ass kicked. Final fight of Infinity War.
Well,
Hulk got his ass kicked.
But he was coming back he was in a stupor. He was dealing with stuff internally.
Yeah, internal ass kicking.
I would say honorable mentions would be Spider-Man because I just love Spider-Man.
Brian, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule away from both of your kids and your beautiful wife to come hang out with us today. It's been a pleasure. Where can the people find you?
So I do a lot of things. Jordana Adams is the store that's ran by the family.
No, say it. It is ran by your 5-year-old son.
Oh, I forgot.
And your wonderful wife.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And your wonderful father-in-law and mother-in-law.
Yeah, I'm just there, guys.
You're just there.
But you can find me there. I do every now and then. I will try to stream some games because I'm a big gamer. But I'm actually about to give up games for 21 days. Games and anime. 21 days. I'm doing a 21-day fast to get close to Jesus, guys.
Well, if you need to come over and talk about some stuff, we'll always be happy to have you here. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy your week ahead.